just on Mamba Road heading down towards the Mulwati. One of the areas we do quite often see things like Nyala and Kudu and Bushbuck in. Question that just came through. Bev, you're asking about Nyala and when their mating season is, and if it's any different from other animals or other antelope. Generally speaking, how should we approach this question? Which side from? Let's start from the mating side. Most animals mate in autumn, early winter, or late summer, autumn. So here from about end of March, April, May, that's your main mating season for this little Franklin doesn't want to run away, just running just in front of the car. So most animals mate then. Let's just have a quick look at this Franklin. I'll continue that question just now. It's been running just in front of the car for the last 100 or so meters, so let's just have a look at it. Crested Franklin, one of my other many favorite birds. I'm sure quite chuffed with himself at the moment. He's just made the Land Rover stop. I'll tell all the other Franklins about it tonight at the bar. I'm also looking for the other Franklins now. There were a couple of them, but the rest went into the grass quite quickly, and this one just kept on running down the road. Come on, go into the grass.
Seems to be a bit confused.
Yeah, no, he's trying to figure out what now. He knows he needs to go back that way, but now there's a big car in between him and where the rest of the group would be. Obviously not a problem, he'll find them very easily again. The reason I say it's a he is you can see those spurs at the back of the legs when he turns. I'll just, while we watch this dilemma the Franklin's having, just to finish that question. So Bev, no, they mate pretty much the same as the same season as most other antelopes. The reason being is that most antelopes want or pretty much have their young in early to mid-summer, just because then there's lots of food, lots of water. So in the case of impala, they tend to have the young a little bit earlier, here by November time. And then most of your larger antelope, waterbuck, kudu, nyala, they'll start having their young anytime. Quite soon we'll start seeing them. Here from about February, March, we'll start seeing more and more young calves as well. Obviously the reason we don't see that many of them is nyalas like thicker bush. So the youngsters tend to be in thick bush a lot of the time, hidden away, tucked away, whereas impala tend to be more in the open. So we will certainly see some nyala calves, nyala lambs. Actually, it's an interesting point that you can call them calves or lambs depending if they're male or female, if you want to be very technical about it. But they are around, and we'll certainly see some of them. Probably one of the cutest small antelope when they're babies, when they're a couple of months old or a few weeks old. They certainly do look like Bambi from a Disney movie. I'm going to move on. The Franklin finally sorted his dilemma out. He decided, well, I've got wings, I'm going to fly back. A little bit far away from camp, just trying to get the radio comms through. There are a couple of questions that have come through, and since it's pretty quiet around Gary at the moment, pretty quiet on the drive, I'll answer a few of them. Just one question from Marcia. I answered it this morning as well, but I think you missed it maybe. It's in terms of the language that you hear on the radio sometimes. Occasionally when we speak another language that you might not understand, it's mainly Tsonga or Shangaan, which is the local language of call it the local tribes here. A lot of reasons for it. The main reason is just that, especially with the other vehicles with guests on them, if they just hear the word lion or lion kill or elephant deer or something, they would immediately sort of want to know where they are and why aren't they going to see it. And it might be that we're talking about a lion that we saw 2 days ago, or where the lions are or whatever. So it's just using a lot of those words just to sort of speak in code a little bit. But it's not a language I speak fluently. I can say a few words below and make a joke or two, but can't speak it that well, but enough for radio use, of course. My first language, Marcia, is Afrikaans. I don't speak English as a first language. I only started learning English at about age 9 in primary school. So it is a language I still try and get a better grip on all the time. Obviously, over time it hopefully gets better and better. A couple other questions. We're asking about sorry, just a whole bunch of questions that came through. And it just remind me again, sorry, who asked about the the cheetah and the numbers around here?
Children asked about the cheetah around the area.
Thank you.
And there was another one from Sharon asked which is really not your favourite animal. Can you say which is your favourite animal at every time?
Thanks, Ali. Sorry, the radio is still breaking up a bit. But Monique, you were asking why we don't see so many cheetah around here, and roughly how many might be in the vicinity. Now, again, there's a lot of different angles to that question. We don't see a lot of cheetahs in the specific area that we're in, because most of it is quite thick bush, with a lot of little drainage line systems and riverine systems, lots of trees and bush. So it's not really ideal habitat for cheetah. It means that hunting is quite hard for them, but it also means that the potential threat from leopard and lion and spotted hyena are a lot more real, just because they might not be able to see them in time. So we've seen cheetah very occasionally, and you will notice that the times we do, it'll always be in a more open type area. As for how many we have in the area, in the direct area, not that many obviously, but you don't have to go that far. Only a few kilometers further to the east, it starts opening up. The habitats change a little bit, you get more grassland, and the guys that drive in those areas see cheetah a lot more often. So over time, hopefully, if we get a bigger area to drive on, we will see more cheetah. And then another question, Sharon, that I quite enjoyed. Sharon, you were asking that almost every sighting we stop at an animal and we look at them. I say that it's one of my favorite animals. Ah, well spotted, Alex. Sharon, we'll get back to that question just now. We just come to one of my other favorite animals, a very big male giraffe. I guess while we look at him, we can answer a bit more of your question, Sharon, as well. The reason I say that is that I really do like most animals out here. And they're all quite unique, quite special. They can all survive in a totally wild environment. And to use the giraffe as an example, just look at how interesting he is. Just look at how amazing this creature is. Trying to say something? That giraffe finding us interesting as well, it seems. But yeah, to just try and finish that answer, Sharon, basically they're all pretty much my favorites. I do like most creatures out here. Obviously I've got a few that I like more than others. I have a very, very soft spot for elephant, just because I think they're amazing creatures with very, very high level of intelligence and sensitivity even to life. But they're all amazing. Every single creature out here lives in a totally wild environment and lives a life where only the strong survive. So I think that's one of the important things for me, at least personally, is to really appreciate all different life forms that we share the space with out here.